Prepare to qualify.
You'll laugh. You'll cry. You'll certainly wonder why you watched a semi-useless show.
Alright, all you schmoes out there, welcome to the anniversary edition,
Oh yeah, that's
year
right.
anniversary of a semi-useless show. Although we had like 36 pilot episodes, so we're
Yeah.
actually like on a year and a half, but official shows, 52. There was a little bit of Wizards of Pod in there too,
Yeah.
for all you
Yeah, but
old school schmoes out there.
we sold that name,
5
made
or 6
millions.
episodes.
Mhm.
We got sued for using that name, but there's a somebody with like Awkward Productions, Clockwork Productions. Those guys sued us because Wizards of Odd was some kind of rap group or some shit.
Yeah, and then another production company sued them, and then they lost their ass.
Right.
You know,
They had
it
a
was
lot of like video
horrible.
game
And the
beats and everything like that.
Nice.
So, and we have a special
Clark.
guest with us today.
Clark Kent.
Yes. Hopefully he's, which I'm hoping, because I have very little knowledge in our topic today. Actually, I have okay knowledge in those two, but in every other comic book genre knowledge, I have almost nothing.
Yeah, this is his specialty.
Yes.
All right.
At comic book things.
Perfect.
We have a specialist.
We're gonna do some Batman vs Superman talk. And, I'm your host, Jim. Right over here we have Bill.
I can't think of a name right now. This is the first time. This is the anniversary episode. For the first time, I can't think of a name. Can you come up one for me?
You should have gone with your original one, like a big circle.
Oh, that would have been great.
Or Pooperman.
Round Steve Martin.
There you go. Here we have our schmo host, Sam.
How you doing?
Next to him we have our nose most, Jesse.
What's up?
What's up? And over here we have our
Derek Andre.
Comic-Con fanatic, Derek.
You want to turn that light on over there behind you?
He's very dark. He's into the dark community.
There we go.
Comic.
The Dark Knight.
Yes, he's the Dark Knight. Exactly.
We're equal opportunity, so our guest is Dark tonight. Dark.
So
Our special guest, Dark tonight.
Let's go over a few different scenarios. But the first one is
Derek? Do you have your phone on a jackhammer or something? What's
I
going
was
on?
trying to get the camera on my laptop right. I had it on my leg and it was just wobbling.
Derek's
Yeah.
got his new Pogo Stick app. That
I want to get out of here a little bit. We're a little too close.
so yeah, the first
Jesse's got to leave the room.
Yeah, I got to get it. We're too close to each other. We can hear each other talk.
Yeah, I hear the echo a little bit. So yeah, the first scenario is Batman versus Superman, just encountering each other on the street. Who's gonna win in that fight? The normal Batman and the normal Superman. No, like, Superman Prime or anything. Just
Yeah, or no kryptonite fist bumps. Nothing crazy.
so who wins in that fight? And there's going to be a lot of detail into this. I'm going to let Jesse start because I think he's going to have a lot of details that Sam definitely isn't thinking of the way he was talking before. So let's start with Jesse.
Okay, Batman versus Superman. Superman is he's a rigged character. He's overpowered. I get it. I get why people think Batman can win, because his idea, he plans things and
Superman is flying in as you're talking.
right. Superman is so overpowered. The idea that any mere man could beat him is just it's ludicrous. And a lot of the Batman fans, they'll point to the Frank Miller stuff where he did actually beat Superman. But that's written by a Batman fan. That's just like Batman fan fiction.
Right.
He's a Batman fan. He wrote it. And that's the idea. Superman's so nice that he won't ever do anything that could kill anyone. And Batman would have so long to plan. He would use kryptonite. But, again, I mean, it's just a man versus a god, basically. Who would win, a man or a god? And the answer just
but
always comes
Superman
down to a god.
is a god to us.
Right.
So,
Compared to us.
Right.
what
And Batman's just a
think
regular guy,
Batman-
just like us.
Yes.
what do you think Batman's superpowers are?
He doesn't have any.
None.
Great.
You consider being able to think 2 steps ahead of everybody a superpower.
No.
And do you think that plays into the fact against Superman?
Well, that's the idea. That's it. That's what Batman fans have been saying for a long time, that his ability to plan would give him a chance against Superman, plus Superman obviously being so nice. But
Right. Yes.
if Superman's on a planet that has a yellow sun, he can't die. It's impossible. So right there, if you can't kill the guy, then how are you supposed to win? But even so, there's nothing you can do. I mean, he's the fastest, strongest guy on the planet against a guy with no superpowers, a very smart man. But Lex Luthor can't beat him, and he's a genius too.
Right.
And he'll kill people. Batman won't even kill people,
Right. I know that's the thing with Batman. People forget too. He is pretty dark, but
He
that's
doesn't
his
kill.
main thing. Is he doesn't kill people either. He
Right.
always tries to bring, let them have their day in justice or whatever.
Right.
He's almost just as nice as Superman, which people seem to throw
When it
out
comes-
when they start
When
thinking
it
of the
comes to
Frank
killing,
Miller.
he'll maim more than Superman.
Right. That's very true. But yeah, that's the hardest part. It's just, I don't know.
The thing is it doesn't take a genius to kill Superman. I mean, if someone's strong enough to throw Superman into the sun, rather than I think Superman threw Hulk into the sun one time. I think.
Superman, if he got thrown into the sun, he would just get stronger.
Right.
Gotcha.
That's how he got his strongest, actually. Like, stayed inside of a sun for, what was it, like 1,000 years or something?
Yeah. To become a Superman Prime? Yes.
Yeah.
Superman Prime on Amazon.
This is going to be rough, because I don't know. Garrick, do you have any reasons why you think Batman might win? Or are you on the Superman side?
If Batman has a large enough supply of kryptonite, which he does, if he is able to get a good shot with a kryptonite bullet, and Superman would be like paralyzed and it's move, but Superman technically wouldn't die.
Right. Yeah, that's the problem. Is, how much kryptonite exactly does it take to kill him? That's the other thing I'm wondering. I know it weakens him, but what part of kryptonite actually? When does
Superman
it
literally can't die if there's a yellow sun.
Right.
No amount of kryptonite can do it.
Right.
One time he was somebody did something to him and he was so hurt his heart was beating only once a week, but he still didn't die.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He can't die here. He's an overpowered rigged character. He's like when you play a video game and that one guy just needs to be nerfed. That's him.
So what if you take him to somewhere without a yellow sun?
Yeah, if you took him back to wherever.
Red Sun Planet.
He would have to be there for a while though, because he has these it's already in him.
Right.
He's already been changed by our yellow sun. So I think you'd have to be there a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty tough to beat him. I mean,
What's funny is of all the superheroes, of all the good guys out there, Batman you would think would be the one because he's so smart. But again, he doesn't have any superpowers. Honestly, if I was going to take him, it'd be like against Shazam or something. Somebody that has all kinds of superpowers too, you know?
What about like Thor or something?
A Marvel.
I know you're going a
Yeah.
different area, but
I mean, Thor can't die either. I think he's immortal, so I mean, maybe. He doesn't seem strong enough to me, though. The feats
I don't even
Superman's
get the-
done are just too great.
I don't ever get the
I
point
think-
of why people do the Batman versus Superman argument ever.
Superman's opponent is just is way weak. That's the main issue here. Is not that Batman can beat Superman or who can beat Superman. It's just that almost any other character can probably beat Super Batman. I was going to say. What I mean to say is, let's take Superman out of the equation and insert Super Flea. A flea with the same powers as Superman can probably beat Batman. A cockroach with the same powers can probably beat Batman. I mean, our cockroaches are hard to kill as it is. A regular cockroach could probably beat it.
Why don't they go Batman versus Spider-Man or something?
I know.
The funny thing is he would have no chance against Spider-Man. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
the spider senses would take away all of his stealth abilities and everything.
Yeah.
So
Superman's actually super.
I think he'd have a better chance against Spider-Man than Superman, though.
of
Yeah,
course
but-
he would.
I know.
Because you can't beat Superman.
Yeah. No, Pajama Man's not going to beat Superman. Pajama Man with batarangs and shit ain't going to beat
Right.
him. It's just
Spider-Man-
not going to happen.
Spider-Man can be killed by
when Frank Miller did it, when he had him defeat Superman, and even though, like I said, it was fan fiction, he did it the one way it could be done. He enlisted a lot of other superheroes. He had a bunch of kryptonite, and he had the other superheroes help him, Flash and the Green Arrow and himself. They all teamed up to beat Superman, and that's something you could do. But all it did was defeat him in that battle. It didn't like kill him or anything. He was still fine. He just lost that particular battle. You know?
Don't you think, even though Superman can't kill Batman, or morally can't kill him, do you think he might accidentally kill him at some
Well,
point?
that's the thing. He tries to be so careful that's what people talk about when it's Batman versus Superman. They're like, he's so careful, he won't even do things that might kill him. You know?
Right.
And there's something to that, but it's just not enough.
Yeah, I know how Batman couldn't survive against Superman. Just walk away from him.
Right.
Go away and don't fuck with him. Don't mess
Have
with
you guys ever
Superman.
seen the movie? What's the movie with Dr. Manhattan?
Watchmen?
The Watchmen.
No.
I never seen it.
No.
I haven't seen it.
Well, The Watchmen is a great graphic novel, and they made a pretty good movie out of it. And in there's only one person. It's a DC universe, but in this universe, there's only one person with superpowers, and it's Dr. Manhattan. And he is like a god. And he says to a guy, the world's smartest human, a Batman-type character, very super intelligent.
Right.
He goes, yes, to the rest of the world, you're the world's smartest man, but to me, you pose no more threat than the world's smartest cockroach.
Right.
And that's exactly what Batman and Superman is. He's the smartest human in the world, but to Superman, he might as well just be the world's smartest cockroach.
Right.
End of show.
Stephen Hawking has as much chance of beating Superman as Batman does.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's the same exact thing. Either way.
What do you guys think about the movie? You think it's going to be good? Because they're only going to be versus each other for a little while. Eventually, they're going to make the Justice League. We know that. So.
Right.
Well,
But
what
how
do
is
you
it
think
going to
about
be versus each other? What are they doing that is versus each other? That's what I don't get.
I don't know. They're going to have to. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways they can go. There's a lot of different things that, like I said, that they can do that can be against each other for whatever reason. I don't know.
You know
I'm
who
trying to
the
stay away
writer
from
is?
the
It's not Frank
spoilers.
Miller, is it?
No.
This is setting things up for a different change of pace, a different kind of darkness for Batman, to a whole new era of the movies after this that come out. Not necessarily Superman movies, but it's going to reboot the Batman era again, obviously with Affleck being Batman too. So it's going to add a whole new style for Batman regardless, because when you do, it's like a boxing match, even though everything's completely fake, but when you put it in the real, of course if it's not a fixed boxing match, when you put it into a boxing match situation, even if you know the underdog is going to 100% lose, there might be that chance that he can win, and there's that excitement, and people are behind the underdog, you know? And there might be a lot of Batman fans that are behind Batman.
Fans
Well,
and-
remember, it is scripted, so whatever the director and the writers come up with, that's who's going to win between the
Yeah.
two, you know?
Oh,
So,
yeah. Yep.
But the winning, there's no way it's winning that Superman dies.
no, Superman can't die, and Batman can't die.
Well,
They're going to make
Actually,
the
in the
Justice League.
fight, if we're talking a fight, who wins the fight, it might end up being Batman. Wins the fight. But he doesn't kill him.
Right. That's what actually happened in the Frank Miller one. He won the fight, but Superman didn't die.
Right.
On a Hollywood scale, the actual challenge, like who's going to win Hollywood-wise, there's not going to be a million Superman movies. Not that there really was. Yeah, there was always a bunch of Batman movies anyways, but I think the reboot and the new darkness to the Dark Knight is actually going to kind of do something for Batman in a way, just for going up against Superman, you know. So it might actually make Superman fans interested in Batman a little bit more.
Are there
Well,
Superman fans out there?
What's that?
Are there actually Superman fans out there? I
Right
think
here.
he's so overpowered.
right here.
You're a Superman fan?
Yeah, I love them. I love overpowered characters.
Jerry Seinfeld is too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree.
Yes,
Jerry
he's-
Seinfeld is an
he's a
overpowered
big
character.
Right. That's why he's Seinfeld. That's why
Right.
he's a Seinfeld fan.
I want to know.
In Seinfeld.
I got a versus for you. Jesse's face versus his ear.
What do
It's
you mean?
really it's Google doing it.
There's a
though.
couple shots there.
It's Google doing it. They're stretching it out wrong.
Yeah.
You can tell.
That's what
Um,
she said. That was just for
So-
you. Sam.
And what do you guys think about Affleck as Batman?
It seems right, actually.
I mean, is he gonna be in costume the whole time? Because it's
He's
just
got the
really
perfect chin. He's got a
No.
bad chin.
No, because I really think he can do a good Bruce Wayne. I mean, he's
Yeah.
kind of a prick, right? So he can do
Yeah.
a Bruce
I think
Wayne.
he's perfect.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It's better than. It should be better than. What's his name?
Well, Christian Bale's a prick too in real life. So
I think he was a great. I think Christian Bale was a great Bruce Wayne. Not the greatest Batman voice-wise.
Yeah. Everybody hates the
It
voice.
was annoying. It was annoying.
He's supposed to be disguising his voice, but they didn't have to do that. It's already a fake movie.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
Right. That's why Keaton still is going to be my favorite. To me, he's the Sean Connery of Batman's. As much as people might want to, you know, there's a comedic aspect there just because he's supposed to be a funny man, but he'll always be, to me, the Sean Connery of Batman's.
Yeah, Keaton was the best one. He's nuts. He was perfect
Which is
for it.
weird. I don't know. It's weird that he was a good Bruce Wayne too, though.
Yeah.
I didn't actually think he was that good of Bruce Wayne.
Like, you think they should have, like, used a Ben Affleck for Bruce Wayne and then went Michael Keaton for...
No, it's
No.
just he was fine, but I thought Christian Bale was a better Bruce Wayne actually.
Who's
Yeah.
playing Superman?
The same
That
guy who
Carvel?
played Superman in the last movie.
Oh,
I don't know his name.
Something Carvel or something?
I don't think he's even done anything really besides Superman. You know anything, Darren?
He was,
No, his name is Henry Cavill.
There we go.
Cavill, yeah. He was, the guy from that joke, like, movie, like, Not Another Teen Movie or something.
Was he?
I think so. He was something weird. He was in, like, something really crappy. But so who do you think, well, once, it's hard because we're all in agreement about Superman. That's what's really hard. I
Like
wish
we should be.
I know.
There's only
one Batman fanatic.
there's only one that I know of, and I don't know if we can get a hold of
There's
him or
tons
what.
of them, though.
Yeah, but there's
That
only
one.
one that I know of for sure.
There's tons of people that are on the Batman side.
Yeah,
I'd say
I know,
almost
I
most
know
of them.
one person. It was a guy that used to work with Larry. That was.
Yeah,
There's
that's
Bobby.
what you're talking
It's
about.
the same person that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we can get a hold of him. See, just like Superman, we're overpowering Batman. You know, power in numbers. There's going to be more Superman
Yeah,
fans.
like anyone that picks a man over a god is. I just don't understand. I don't understand how you. I don't know.
As far as actual fans, I think there's a lot more Batman fans now. He's got the
Like you
Well,
couldn't
they
even.
definitely are after the Dark Knight movie.
they got the movies, they got the video games, they got everything kind of locked down on Batman.
Right.
Superman hasn't got it.
Superman's so overpowered. It's hard to even make anything.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
How could you
Yeah.
bring it to reality? It's like you gotta, you gotta like break it down. You've already got the greatest, but then how do you break it back down again? At least with Batman, you can relate to him just on a human scale. Like to be more entertaining. To me, the most entertaining between the two of them is Batman. Like I'm even entertained with Adam West's Batman. I like the old Batman from then
Because he's
more than any
He's not
Superman movie.
overpowered. You could see yourself being Batman.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yourself being Superman.
Like even the video games, it's funner to use grappling hooks than fly. It's just all there is to it.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man, all that stuff. It's funner than flying.
Right.
Assassin's Creed. Could be
Yeah.
Link using grappling hooks. It's all because of Batman.
You think there's any superhero or villain that could beat Superman?
There are
That could kill him.
are villains, the really, really overpowered ones, that can beat regular Superman. Derek can name off a couple. Go ahead.
Darkseid. He has beaten Superman a few times. He has laser-beam eyes that can really track a person down. Only people like the Flash can outrun it.
Who was that though that could beat him?
Darkseid. Wait. He beat
Darkseid?
him in this
Yeah.
one Justice League movie, animated obviously. He knocked him straight out and started like using the mind control he wanted to. Batman had a blink in him.
And there was a couple of other really strong, overpowered creatures that
Well,
one who lived, the Master of All or whatever, remember?
yeah.
Was behind the source wall.
One above or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like the Master above all or something.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
those are- you know, and like there's some Marvel
Goku or
characters like
something.
Thanos and Galactus maybe that could beat
I
him.
think Galactus is my favorite character, which I can't wait till he has some kind of prominent role in a movie. But you
He's
can't
had
make
one and it
him
was
as
awesome.
powerful as he is in a movie.
They tried to use him in the second Fantastic
Fantastic
Four
Four.
movie, and it was terrible.
I know that he was like a cloud or some shit.
Yes. Yeah.
This dude like eats planets
Yeah, he
to
absorbs
gain
them.
power and stuff.
Oh,
That's what he does. Yeah.
Does
Galactus.
anybody know who Fing Fang Foom is?
Yeah. They're-
Yes?
He is.
You truly are a comic book super library if
I
you
actually
know.
don't read that many comic books. I just have a ton of friends and stuff. One friend that was obsessed with DC, another friend was obsessed with Marvel. So, Think Tank Foom is like a evil ancient dragon.
Mm-hmm.
In Marvel. He is an Iron Man villain. He's kind of like Mandarin, like but
Yeah.
dragon form.
Wow.
He made a couple appearances. I mean, I had some cards. I'd never had his comic books, but he didn't make too many appearances. And sometimes they kind of cartooned him up and kind of made him corny, like they didn't know what they wanted to do with him. He could have been a real cool character because he was real big. You know, like he was. I think technically he was bigger than Hulk when he was at his biggest form because he was like taller because he was a dragon.
Right.
Or well, I mean, actually, I don't know what his other form human. I should know this. This is one of my favorite characters. But did he have a human form?
I don't think so. Did he, Derek? Or was he? Did he go? Did he ever have human form? Yeah, we don't know.
I'm just wondering if he could beat Superman.
No.
I looked up his
way.
attributes. I looked up his attributes recently. I was like, I always thought I was like Fing Fang Foom. I remember back in the day, he was one of my favorite characters. He could take out Superman. And I looked, and I'm looking at his credentials, and I'm like, Maybe not. Because I just always thought because he was bigger than Superman when I was younger that he automatically was gonna.
Yeah, that it just doesn't do it. Superman's so strong. Like the feats Superman has done, even when you don't even count Prime, just regular Superman, the things he's done, traveling back in time and just things he has lifted and moved and destroyed and defeated.
You think he has the best feats? I think the best feat ever is Deadpool. Where he...
You have a feet fetish?
What?
You got a feet fetish?
What Deadpool
No,
do that you like so much?
When he killed every Marvel character, then jumped out of the comic book and killed the writers and the artists.
That's pretty fucking cool. I like that. I love it.
That was written by a Deadpool fan. That was just fan fiction. Come on, man.
Oh my gosh.
He could never
Either
do
way,
that.
Isn't that what he's supposed to be, though? Is he supposed to be like...
So, whoever thought of that they actually came out of the
It was
comic
funny, but you notice he had to kill Hulk in banner form. He couldn't actually kill the Hulk.
Right. Which you shouldn't be able to kill Hulk in banner form anyway.
That's still
You
cool.
can't.
though.
See, that's the
Like
thing.
they
You
fucked
can't
that up.
actually do that.
Right.
He turns the Hulk instantly.
Right, exactly. But if that was a real feat, that would be probably
Yes,
the greatest.
that would be the
feat.
greatest one.
Except for Superman Prime breaking through
The source wall.
the source wall, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Sam, you still got that Superman Prime account, right? We're still splitting that Superman Prime account.
We're splitting it even though I'm not paying you anything.
Okay.
Yeah,
Make sure you get
the
Superman
shipping
Prime.
on Superman Prime account is like fast. As soon as you're thinking about ordering something, it's at your doorstep.
One time
know.
I got it before I even thought about it. I didn't even know I wanted it. I was like, oh my god, I did actually want that.
Nice.
The doorbell rang before I thought of getting a Kindle Fire.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
No more doorbells. It just appears.
There is no doorbell.
Right.
And that was him as Clark Kent too.
If you ordered air freshener for your car, it's already on the frickin' rearview mirror.
Yeah. The actual scent
let's
is
talk about-
from how
let's talk
fast he got to your house.
the
That's how you spell it.
superhero that Batman can beat. Like, easily.
Well, before we go on to
Kick-Ass?
that, I just have one thing to say. Because I know this is going to go on long because there's a bunch of people that Batman could defeat. But I think as far as to do a good crossover...
I'm saying, like, definitely would.
Yeah, but before we go into that, I would just want to mention one crossover I think that would be awesome. It would actually be cooler than Superman, and it would be a crossover into another realm, is Batman versus Spawn. They should have a whole fucking series of Batman versus Spawn.
Yeah.
And
Spawn would kill Batman. He has superpowers, and he's not afraid to kill people.
Right. He's like
In fact, you can't
he's
even
like the
kill
darker
Spawn.
version of Batman. With superpowers.
I think
Yeah,
Spawn
Batman
is way cooler than Batman all the way around. The backstory and everything is better. I mean, I don't care. We've heard the story a million times, but if I were to first see Spawn's story and the shit that happened to him versus Batman's story, I don't know what Spawn's what his real name is, but he was a black homeless dude, right?
No, he was a special forces. He was a person who killed people for money. No, not for money, for the government. He was an assassin for our government.
But he ended up losing his family and becoming a bum on the streets, right? Like he had no home.
He did not. He lived with the homeless on the street after he became Spawn.
Oh, okay.
He lost his family when he died, basically.
How
yeah.
how far are we away from Star Wars crossing into
Marvel?
comic book
Or,
Marvel?
It's already happened.
When?
what do you mean?
And some video games. It doesn't really count.
Oh.
That still counts.
Yeah.
These
These are playable characters.
It's everything Disney related. So we'll have like Mickey Mouse with like Superman, or not Superman. He's not.
Kind of like a Smash Bros.
Spider-Man. They're not even related. I don't think they're not even related. They're just like in the same game, in different worlds probably. So it doesn't.
Now, where do you think somebody like Darth Vader or somebody like that? Where do you put them on power-wise with with comic book characters? Like, are they above Spider-Man
The
or right around
Jedi
Spider-Man?
are about on the Spider-Man level.
Yeah. But what about not just the Jedi? What about Darth Vader?
Well, he's a Jedi.
Slightly above that?
Well, he's a strong. He has the strong use of the Force, but is he even the strongest Jedi we've seen? I would say Yoda's probably over him.
Right, Yoda.
I got a question for this.
Yeah.
Because I don't know I actually don't know too much about Star Wars. Do they still have a? Is there anywhere that indicates in the movies that they have an average lifespan? Like, can Darth Vader die at 100 years old, or do they live 200-300 years?
Well, Yoda definitely lived a very, very long time.
Yeah.
But the
Han
Siths,
Solo,
I don't think
Skywalker.
any of them ever died of old age. They were always killed by their apprentice.
But I'm thinking like Luke
Right.
and Han Solo. Like, do they have a regular average human lifespan
Han
technically?
Solo's just a regular guy, though.
It's never been explained though, because what goes on in that universe, how long they live, we don't know.
Like the
I wish it
Emperor,
was.
if he's
Explained.
any kind of normal human Jedi type, he's really old,
Yeah.
Who?
right? The Emperor
Palpatine.
Who?
Palpatine.
Yeah, he was old, but I don't know how old. You know what I mean?
And was he even
No,
a
They never really gave us a time of reference.
right?
I kind of wish they did
On the
because
same level as just like Luke, or is he a different form even? I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Well,
there's a,
some of the Sith Lords were able to master death, and they couldn't actually die of natural causes.
Right.
The dark side of the Force makes you look like old and evil too, automatically or something.
yeah.
I see.
There was a point to my question, though. The whole thing behind this is, can we do a versus in a whole universe that was in a galaxy far, far away, long, long ago? Because these people how can you face Batman when you're already dead?
Well,
Right.
the only people that could face those guys, I think, would have to be some kind of time travel. You'd have to go back in time.
Either time travel
Superman,
or
then.
like Thor or something.
Right. Somebody that's been around forever, Odin.
Yeah.
Because
But
that's going. That's actually going to like
Thor
Norse
should
mythology.
be able to dominate the Jedi's.
That's going into what, Sam?
Most
Norse
superheroes
mythology,
could
yeah.
beat up the Jedi's, I would say.
Yeah. Because Darth
Not
Vader's
like-
most powerful thing was like that choke thing from far away. Like, how impressive
Choke thing,
is
the
that?
force. He would have the force push. He could shoot. The Sith could shoot the lightning.
Right.
I knew a guy that had the Force push, and
They had the
he's in prison.
lightsabers.
He's in prison now because of that.
Nice.
That's
But
the only thing I don't get is my problem with the Star Wars universe is why is a sword better than the gun?
have you ever seen what that sword can do?
But why don't those same guys just use a gun?
That's just.
I don't know.
To aim it. I
Shouldn't
don't
they be
know.
better with the gun than they are with the sword? I don't know.
Well, Luke uses weapons too, right? He's a pilot also.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying they don't really ever use the gun. I could see having the sword as using that for the blocking thing, but why not have the gun also?
Well,
I mean, they have used
the gun-
guns. We saw.
they can block. They can block. They can
Obi-Wan
block.
used a gun.
Yeah.
In the last movie there.
The lightsabers can block blasters. I think that's why.
Yeah, it
Like-
can do anything. It blocks everything
Yeah.
and goes through anything. Well, not anything, but most things.
But if somebody came up to you and said, here's a lightsaber, or here's a gun that can shoot out light,
Well, I guess if I was trained like a Jedi, maybe I would take the sword. Any normal person would take the gun.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm just saying
they
because
can block the
I
bullets and stuff.
only played the game.
You know,
and
they're able to block those phasers. So
Yeah.
They should just use they should have the gun and some kind of force field to block the shots, and that's it.
well,
But-
we've seen that before. Remember those robots had that?
Yeah.
They had the two guns and the force shield,
Yes.
and they gave the
That-
Jedi's a lot of trouble.
Yes. But that's what the Jedi should be using. But I don't know. I guess it's kind of like they're trying to go with, Japanese with samurai swords and stuff. That's what they're trying to relate it to, I guess.
Quick question, everyone. Do you think the lightsaber
Lost
can
one.
cut Captain America's shield?
Oh shit. No. I don't think so.
I don't think so because his shield's one of a kind, isn't it? And a lightsaber's kind of like common.
Yeah.
So I just think of it like that.
And it absorbs energy.
Thor.
So,
it absorbed
it
Thor's
absorbs shock, so-
hammer. What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's done tremendous amounts of heat before. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be fine. That'd be a good one, Captain America, because you could always go with the. You could already go with the time travel thing with him, you know, because he's already gone to the future, kind of, because he was frozen.
Yeah, and it makes sense.
So, I don't know. Somehow getting him into.
he would have to find a way to go way back in time though, because
I know.
it's a long, long time ago, not like 50 years ago.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that could be. That would be a good one.
That would be a good fight though.
Yeah, because he's not way overpowered, but he does
No,
have that
no.
shield, and it would be able to block the lightsabers.
I got another versus for you.
What's
Oh.
that?
Derek versus the show. Who won? Because Derek's gone.
Yeah, he can
I
knock
guess-
it back on this. He can knock it on.
Oh damn!
Weird.
I feel bad for him because he actually had to watch the show for a short period of time.
Right.
Is that him watching it?
I don't know.
So the other thing I wanted to bring up before the show ends is,
Holy shit! It's gonna end.
who all watched the crappy 1 through 3 of Star Wars?
Of course I did.
Billy?
What do you mean by the crappy 1 through 3? You're not meaning like the first 3 originals?
No, he's
No,
talking about the
the
3
newer one.
crappy ones.
Oh, okay.
The newer
Gotcha.
trilogy.
Yeah.
I've never
Which
seen any of them.
well,
Really.
Jesse? How should Billy watch them?
I got an
I would
advantage.
go-
I never watched those
Really?
shit.
I would go
order,
1, 2,
right?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Really? I always like release order for stuff.
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
do
even
too.
make sense. Why would you watch them out of order? You know what I mean?
Well,
If
because
you
the
would
newer
see
ones
them in
they
order, so
suck.
just watch
It's
them in
just
Yeah, but they might not suck as much. It might just gradually get better.
I don't know. I'd
Yeah,
watch them.
it
Watching
will.
it like that.
Yeah, that's true.
It will. It'll get better instead of worse.
But isn't
You
it
just
supposed
start
to?
at 1 and work your way through.
Why
Isn't
would you
some
watch
supposed to
4,
call
5,
back?
and 6, and then have Billy watch 1, 2, and 3 and be like, oh, 1, 2, and 3 sucked?
They're supposed to be
Right.
callbacks, though,
Three,
right?
they're
They're supposed to be the
like,
appeal of it.
I'll watch none of them.
Well, either way.
You should watch 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, and
Some
then
people just say don't even watch one. Some people just say don't even watch 1, 2, 3 at all.
Right.
I mean,
I
you
might-
could, except for when Jar Jar ends up becoming the Sith Lord, then you need to know what was going on there.
Yeah.
Does he?
That I think was the original
what I was
plan.
getting
Whether or not it
at. Oh
actually
my
happens,
God.
I don't know.
Now that would make him
No.
a cool. That would make him a cool
What happens
character
is-
again.
Sometimes people that make things get too much creative control. I always feel like that's a problem with stuff.
hmm
They gave George Lucas has too much control. He didn't have as much with the originals. They had to be people saying, that's kind of stupid. That's
Right.
happened with so many things. Like, I've seen it happen with video games, movies. Like they make such a good thing, and then they just give them all control from then on, saying, "Oh, we can't possibly fail." But really, it was a combined effort. It wasn't really that
He
one
was
guy.
about to make
Right.
another great thing. And
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to make more than one great thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the Sith
Oh,
Lord.
we lost
got
Jesse
him.
too.
Sith
Yeah.
Lord 1, Jesse 0.
Yeah, it is
But
hard.
there is a theory you guys should look up, even though I don't know if you've. Sam, you ever watched 1 through 3?
No.
Okay. You
You
guys
gotta-
know who the
Can't
worst
count
character
that high.
is, right?
No. What's that?
You know who the worst character is in
Jar
Star
Jar.
Wars?
Everybody hates Jar Jar. Yeah.
There is a fan theory, if you start looking into it, that Jar Jar was supposed to be the dark side's version of Yoda.
Yeah.
That he was kind of like a goofy character. You didn't think anything was going to happen from him, and then that he was going to actually be the mastermind behind the dark side taking over. And
He's so horrible.
That would be kinda cool.
it would have saved it so much, because even the name of the one movie was always going to be The Phantom Menace. So you don't. It was supposed to be the Hidden Menace, and it never made sense. Like, why was it named that? But if it was that Jar Jar was supposed to be
That'd
the
be way
mastermind
better.
behind it all, it would have been amazing.
That would have been fucking
And
awesome.
if you look at the newest ones with J.J. Abrams, the new Sith Lord has like a little thing hanging in front of his face.
Yeah, but there's no way he'd bring back Jar Jar after everybody hates him.
Yeah, but
That's a good way to bring him back.
save it. It could save the original ones by
Yes.
doing this.
I don't
Exactly.
know.
Exactly.
Which
I've never seen
George
him, but
Lucas
just
wanted to do all along, but all the negative publicity of Jar Jar made him back out.
yeah.
That's why there was like, whoever the bad guy was just thrown in there real quick. Not Darth Maul, but in the second one, there was like a bad guy that they just kind of threw in there out of nowhere.
Well, there's 2 dark things that I put in containers in the garage. 2 containers, and I call it the Jar Jar, and it's poop.
Is one of them Grandma's soup?
Oh, God.
what about that Chinese food that I took from you?
Oh, Jesus. Jimmy, sometimes soup just needs to be aged to perfection, you know?
I
Maybe I
never
didn't
heard
want to savor. I'm going to save it forever, and I'm going to have it, like, later on in life, you know? Just a spoonful of it. That's all you need. It's like a cock push-up.
When you have a headache or something and it's mold.
Yeah. Of course, that will kill me, but...
You still have that? Do you still have that soup?
Yes, I do. So tell Grandma that I just haven't gotten around to eating it still, but I do still have it.
Nice. Do you still have that jar that you farted into?
That was a Coke bottle.
Coke bottle. What's that?
Do you still have those gum balls? Those just the gum the gum ball. I think we threw those out, right? Gum ball.
I actually, no. No, I don't have any more. I used to, does Jimmy know about that thing?
No.
Oh, I did it too, remember?
Sam used to have a big gumball like this, but you used to pile them on top, right? I
Yeah.
used to chew the whole thing again and make it one giant ball and refroze it. That's how I was able to re-chew the gum to do it, because I froze it.
At one point in one of our refrigerator's lives, there's 2 gum balls sitting in the freezer. Just gum, just
Mom and Dad would look at it and be
pieces of
like,
gum.
you guys got to get rid of these things.
Eventually they got rid of them eventually, but it took a year.
Think of all the saliva and shit that I re-chewed that was frozen, and
That's
oh my
disgusting.
God. I'm surprised I'm not dead right now.
I didn't do that. I just
Oh,
stuck them
There
together.
you are.
I probably am dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're only drinking a 2-liter bottle of Coke.
That's
You
a
can get
fart.
high doing this, you know.
That's the one he farted into. He finally let it go and he drank it.
Yeah, this one even had the same Santa Claus that today's Coke cans have.
I used to do this. I would open a bottle of Coke,
Right.
2 liter, and I drink it about down to here, and
Under
then
mistletoe? You fart under the mistletoe?
I'd huff the gas, and then my feet would get all warm, and I'd start flying.
Nice.
Doesn't
So,
do
yeah.
anything anymore.
What's that?
It doesn't do anything anymore. No brain cells left.
Yeah, no. They've been gone.
Yeah. Ben Gone. That's what I should have used for a name.
Bengay?
That
Ben-
I'm
yeah.
never going to use for a name or on my body at all.
Use it on your balls.
You know, if the product was real good, then I would use it. You know what I mean? But, like, you can get other products that doesn't have the word gay in it. You could shop
Right.
at other places besides Wafers.
I think BioFreeze works better.
BioFreeze is the shit.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. Anything to do with them, that's a good company.
Yeah.
It's like the one that comes in a Big O Dauber. They have a roll-on one now.
Oh, yeah. That's the one I always use, yeah.
Fucking great.
Yeah.
Sam, I should have gave you the BioFreeze for your back. That stuff works good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It
that's
still hurts, so.
that's Dollar General shit too. Or no, it might be Walgreens.
Still hurts, so I'll see you tonight. Bring it over.
Yeah, I'll
Probably
send you over a bottle.
Walgreens or Walmart or...
I finally get to buy my brother a bottle.
Nice.
So I think we're all in agreement that
It's time for
Batman-
Shitty Aftermath?
Oh, Superman wins? Is that what you're saying?
I think Batman wins, right?
Oh.
We came to that.
No,
conclusion,
Superman wins. That's what we're all agreeing on.
Batman wings. That's the only thing I heard.
The only thing is, if we're not talking about killing,
Mhm.
Batman might win, kind of. Because he is going to beat him up pretty bad. As bad as he possibly can, even with kryptonite. He's going to do bad stuff. Superman's not going to do anything bad. Now, if we're talking about
Superman.
dying, Batman's going to die first. Superman could just sit there, let him beat the shit out of him for 50 years, and then Batman would die of old
They don't
age.
have to die. Like there's no reason for them to die. Like when we say Batman versus Superman, we don't have to put who's going to kill who. It's going to be who wins the fight still, like you said. So maybe
You gotta die, because you just gotta die. You get nah.
ain't going to work not in this franchise right now because we know Ben Affleck's going to be Batman for a while. Maybe this could have been set after Ben Affleck.
That's
does
so
all this other
powerful.
shit.
I think that whoever dies loses. It's just. Then
Yeah.
That's how we think
either one
too.
wins if they don't
They
die.
win a battle, but Superman's going to win the war.
But so many verses doesn't end in death. So everybody's familiar with verses being just a regular
In
competition.
real life, they do.
I don't know. Mortal Kombat is versus.
Yeah.
That ends in death.
Sometimes. Not all
All
the
the
time.
time, doesn't it?
No. You can beat somebody. That's
well-
the bad part about fatalities when you don't know how to do them. You don't know how to actually do
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
fatality.
true.
It's
Well,
the worst thing in the
This
world.
guy just falls over.
And it's just the punch because you do the button combination, pa, and then it just ends up being.
Actually, in the
Or sometimes you don't even punch them. Sometimes they just fall over, don't they? If you wait too long,
yeah, they'll fall over.
they'll just fall over. You don't even
Yeah, if you don't
touch
do any
them.
fatality, they'll just fall.
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing. Almost as good as. Who remembers me making that one move in Fighter Maker? Maybe it was Larry. You guys don't remember that?
No.
No.
Damn, I wish if Larry
Wait,
was
there's
here,
one I
he'd
remember
tell you-
you made him go, or when that was like Tekken, I think, or something. I know some game that had some. Tekken didn't have the fighting thing. I don't remember.
And Fighter Maker, I had a move where you could fight, and then I made a move where the guy just stands up straight and he goes like this and lifts his arm out and points at the guy, and the guy is like stiff and he comes over to him. Or no, he doesn't point to him. He just raises his fist up, and the guy comes over to him, comes this close to his face, points his finger out, and it blows him across the screen. Like he just touches him and
That's awesome.
you win automatically. Like it took all the health away when you hit somebody
Right.
with it.
Nice.
Which you could always hit somebody with it because when you did the move, it was designed to draw the person right towards you.
Let's move. Let's end the show. And
Movement.
something else. So good to
Good
be
move.
everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yep, we'll see you next time. Now it's time to make a movement into the shitty aftermath.
All right. One thing I wanted to talk about, since it is shitty aftermath, which I wish Jesse was still here, is does Superman fart? Or does he poop or pee or anything?
And if he did fart, I got another versus for you. Do you think he'd light it on fire with a Bic or a cricket?
I think he'd do it with his laser vision.
Oh yeah, that is true. But that would just burn it up. It would kind of make the whole that would be a grand finale if it were to be in comparison to a fireworks show.
Do you think a lightsaber could stop his laser vision?
No way.
Okay. That's
Superman.
that's the only non-shitty thing I have for this.
No, because Superman
His
will.
laser vision would go through Captain America's, shield.
Hmm.
It
I
probably
don't know.
heated up so bad he'd have to drop it or something.
Yeah.
That's probably what would happen. I don't think
That's
it would.
indestructible too, right? So it's like a immovable object to an unstoppable force.
That's basically the thing with Thor's hammer. Because
Yeah.
Thor's hammer is supposed to be an unstoppable force, and his is an immovable object. So that's kind of what that is already.
Well, just universe has to explode or something. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's how you get Superman kryptonite toilet paper.
Yeah. Just spike a drink with some kryptonite.
Right.
Yeah, but he might not drink. Does Superman shit, though? If he shits, he has to wipe. He might wipe with lasers normally. Just if he has to use toilet paper, it'd be kryptonite toilet paper.
I don't think he has to wipe. His poops are.
Just build all phone booths out of kryptonite, and he's gone.
That's true.
That's
No, I
the
think-
greatest fucking thing I've ever heard. He's dead. All kryptonite, all phone booths are kryptonite. You could go get what's his name?
Yeah, but there's no more phone booths.
Oh yeah.
How does that's
Then
how you
Superman's dead. It's no
that's
phone
how you-
booth.
that's how you kill Superman. You invent a cell phone.
Yeah.
Batman did it. He did it.
Yeah.
There's only Clark Kent left.
You did it, dude. Batman wins. In the end, Batman does win. God damn it. He's been using telecommunications like that for a long time too. He supported it. You find out that Batman bought all the stock in AT&T and T-Mobile.
Yeah. He did it.
That's it. There is no phone booths. How does Superman survive?
Right.
Krypton
Just
4GS.
Text Jesse and say Batman wins. There is no phone booths anymore.
Hang on. I want to make a call to Jesse. I don't know if he'll be able to hear it, but I will at least ask him. Let's see.
But yeah. Bic versus Cricket. What do you guys prefer?
What the hell's a cricket?
Cricket's a lighter. It's this lighter. If it's not this lighter, it's something close to it. I believe this is a Cricket.
Oh, okay, so there's actually like... Wait a minute, is it a disposable lighter?
Click it and Cricket. They got a good...
Is it a
Actually-
disposable lighter?
yeah, you throw it away.
There you go, I can see it. Oh,
Look,
Bic. My
flame
Bic's-
comes out
I don't even
nice.
smoke, but I can already see that a Bic's better than that shit.
It's got a good click, and I mean, this will outlast the Cricket, but it's just it's so old. The label finally fell off. I've had this for who knows
Yeah,
how many
Bics
years.
are just way better. I know.
These
I know
little ones last forever. Yeah, Bics are gonna always be reliable, but I think second place is Cricket.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah,
You hear that?
yeah.
Yeah,
The
sure.
ring? Okay, that's Jesse. Let's see if he answers.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? It's me.
You're on a semi-useless show.
Back on the show for one more minute. Do you think Bruce Wayne built all the cell phone companies so there's no more telephone booths, so he actually beat Superman?
Get out of here.
No phone booths equals Superman's
phone
dead.
booths. What's that?
No, Superman doesn't even need a phone booth to change. He can
What?
change like at the speed of light.
I don't know, man. I haven't
Wayne-
seen a phone booth in a long time. All I remember Clark Kent changing is in a phone booth. I think Batman figured a way to beat him.
Dude, I'm on Wayne Mobile right now.
Yeah.
Like in a revolving door. Yeah, no, man.
You got the LG Krypton 6.
He does this. That's LG Krypton.
All right. So that theory's gone away, but all right. Talk to you later. Bye.
I think it's totally plausible.
Yes, I like it.
Even if he can change at the speed of light. I mean, I know the phone booth
He's
is
like-
a niche.
Hey, yo, Superman. I got rid of all the phone booths.
How did he turn into Razor Ramon?
He's not got him!
That's what I said.
Christ on a crutch.
Yeah. This is. You want to hear what it's like when Clark Kent's running around looking for a phone booth when something bad happens?
Sure.
Yeah,
How do you save the world when you have to rely on a Benny Hill theme?
exactly. Right now?
Right now?
Yes.
Are you sure you didn't call Jesse that time? Because that actually sounds like Jesse.
I know it does kind of.
Maybe it's Jesse's Clark Kent. It's his alter ego.
I don't know.
Speaking of Razor Ramon, Jesse's alter ego is a professional at wrestling trivia and questions.
Right.
We're gonna have to get Derek back on the show when he can. First of all, when I said Fing Fang Foom and he knew it, he's totally our go-to on everything comic book for sure. Just
Yeah.
he's got a if we get him back on with some good quality and we can actually hear him, you know what I mean? Like if we could hear him, because I couldn't even hear what character he was saying. I'm very interested when we do comic book anything. We got to try to get him back on the show for sure.
Yes.
Fing Fang Foom does it. Because when I name one random guy that I think nobody knows and that person knows it, they're comic book, to me, a genius.
In fact,
I'm gonna try right now to make a call to Lawrence.
All right.
The answers, because that would make my night. Let's see.
If only we could find that song. That could have been the intro.
Gosh. I can't even remember my verse.
I
was
actually have the
thinking-
original. I do have the original, but it is someone else's song, so I don't even know if we could play it on the show.
What do you
I don't
mean
know
you
if
have the
we could.
original?
I have the original without the lyrics on it.
Oh, with no lyrics?
Yeah.
That sucks.
I know.
Hang
Fucking
on.
blows.
Because I went to call Larry and it said Jen. Hang on. 3643.
I went through all the CDs again and everything. I cannot find that fucking thing. Yep.
Let's see if this works. He's probably working. Then.
Hello.
Hello?
Yo.
That was quick.
What?
What's going on?
Not too much. Dude, we're talking Batman vs. Superman on our show. You're on the show.
Oh, am I? Awesome. I'm right at work right now.
Oh, man.
You busy?
I was like, whose number is this?
I know.
No. No, I'm a manager, so I can do whatever the hell I want now. But I'm really
Nice.
awesome.
I thought you were gonna say I'm a manager, so I gotta go.
Wait. Would you say
No,
you're,
exact opposite.
would you say you're a super manager?
Got him.
Nice.
Exactly. You know it. So
Awesome.
who's all on the show tonight?
Well, we had Jesse, Derek, Sam, and Billy. And it was kind of hard because we were all on the side that Superman would win.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Derek.
Made a whole song about
Derek's
it.
back.
Where is that song? How come you're not playing that song right now in the
We
background?
don't.
We
I
can't
wish
find
I
it.
did.
We were just talking about it.
No one has the song anymore.
No.
Bob Klein might be the one who has the song.
Larry.
That's what I was gonna ask you. If you have his number, you should try and text him or
I don't.
something.
I don't.
Damn.
No.
Oh, you think Bobby still has it, right?
Sam's on. Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam, make sure you call me tomorrow or later tonight. I got some questions for you about building the PC. Okay.
Hey,
Anyway, go ahead.
Real
Yeah.
quick, since I do have you on the phone, do you think Jar Jar Binks could have actually should have been?
Sith Lord?
Yes.
I read the thread on Reddit and a couple other ones, and I mean, the guy makes a compelling argument. It would be hard. The way he wrote it that maybe that's what Lucas wanted to do and have like an ultimate reveal in the next couple episodes, but there was so much backlash on how much people hated Jar Jar that he just was like, forget about it. Let's not even do that.
Right.
That's like some people's point, is that actually might have been the case, but he decided not to pull the trigger because he was too scared. You know what I mean? But and at the same time, maybe not. I don't know. Have you watched some of the videos and stuff
Yes.
about the Jar Jar thing, doing his flip and you know,
Yes.
waving while he's talking to the Senate and everything? I mean,
And even why they're
very
taking him along with them when he should have been a liability.
Exactly. There's another part too where when he's riding in the little submarine and the one fish is about to eat them, he sits back and closes his eyes, almost like he goes into the other fish and basically eats the one fish to keep them alive, because it seems like he's
I didn't see that.
like passing out. But
Right.
instead, people are like, well, maybe he closed his eyes and became one with the Force. You know, kind of like how Luke did when he, picked
Yes.
up C-3PO. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He like closed his eyes and didn't. some people thought the same thing about that scene as well. Who knows? I mean, that's all just speculation. But wouldn't that be absolutely amazing if Jar Jar Binks was like the other Sith Lord? And like, I mean, because what a perfect disguise. You hate that character so much, and then for him to be like a Sith Lord, you'd be like, I never saw that coming. Never saw that coming.
And in the new movie, like if you really look at the guy in the mask, he's got like a weird thing hanging in front of his nose. You know what I mean?
Right. A lot of people think that's Luke.
Yeah, I know, but after I saw that, somebody put that in the comments, like, hey, if you look at the character, he actually has like a long nose in front of that that black face. And back to the originals, the name The Phantom Menace makes sense if it was Jar Jar.
Exactly, I know.
The name of that movie makes sense if it's Jar Jar, so it's kind of crazy.
Exactly.
But I will let you go. Thanks for answering.
Okay.
And hopefully we can get you live sometime soon.
Yes.
Well,
one of the days when I have Tuesday off, we'll be able to do the show.
Yes, definitely.
I prefer my Lawrence live.
All right, guys, take it easy.
Yes.
Later. Call me tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'll call you up. Yeah, call you sometime.
All right, so we're going to end the show on that.
Sounds good.
That made my night, getting Larry on for the Batman vs. Superman and the Jar Jar Binks thing, because I think that's, I don't know, I think that's crazy.
Having a goofball character like that become so evil, if that was
That's
the
what they did with Yoda.
Yeah.
And the talking was all weird with Jar Jar. The talking at first was weird with Yoda. You're like, what is this little old green guy that talks like, me wants so much of him, you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why
he's very powerful.
But, blah, blah, blah. But, he did. So.
Oh, God.
I
might actually watch. If they do end up making him an evil lord, then that would make me want to watch all of them and be a super fan. Just that right there, because I know, to me, in my head, the time where I was going to give Star Wars a chance was the time where people that actually like Star Wars were criticizing it. I'm like, well, how am I going to jump into the series of people that love the movie or end up hating the movie now, ultimately because of this? And if that theory came to fruition and that actually fucking happened, I would be a huge Star Wars fan, because I think that to me, ultimately is genius, and he should have followed through on it then.
Well, I'm not going to tell you anything that when I go see the new one, I'm not going to tell you anything about it, because...
You would have known by now if Jar Jar was evil. Somebody would have leaked it out, you know?
I don't know, they're doing a good job keeping stuff.
No, J.J. Abrams is really good at keeping secrets.
Yeah, I'm talking about the people that have seen it.
Nobody's seen it yet.
There is one that there was someone with terminal cancer or something, but he's not gonna. He's
one guy, one person has seen it.
Yeah, I know. I just got to be contradictory.
He died like a couple weeks ago. He died one week after he saw it.
Oh.
He actually died literally 1 week after he saw it. So good thing they let him watch it at that time.
If he lasted 2 weeks, he could have been the richest man on earth for that last week. Because he could have leaked everything.
I know, but how do you become rich?
The most sued man on earth, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, for a short period of time. He could have leaked that. Instead, he leaked his other things out and he died.
He should have just been like, I am actually in the movie. This is a false thing, and I am the Sith Lord.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then Jar Jar dies of cancer and everybody's happy. That's the last episode of. I was gonna say Saturday Night Live. It's Star Wars.
Live from New York, even though it's not live anymore.
Live in a galaxy far, far away, long ago.
When I was a kid, I never saw Saturday Night Live on a Saturday. It was always another day.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was never, you only watched it. You never watched Saturday Night Live. You just watched Saturday Night.
Yeah.
But it wasn't on Saturday night. It wasn't on Saturday night, and it wasn't live.
Yeah. So you watched like Tuesday night or something.
Right. It was so not live when you watched
not on a Saturday night. Did they do reruns?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Like, how is this live? I'm seeing Phil Hartman.
Oh, man. Come on. Too soon. Too soon. Anyways, signing off. I'm Troy
signing off.
McClure.
We're signing